Texting and drinking is never a good idea. We've all done it, and we've all regretted it. The drunken texts you forgot you sent. Prospectors collected them in InTEXTicated on Rock 107.
From the 651, well, I just set every background of each phone in the Verizon store to my face. Area code 765, we saw a llama on the side of the road. That's when we knew everything was going to be all right. And from the 407, me and my dog bond so much when I'm high.
You hit send, and we hit the floor laughing in InTEXTicated on Rock 107.
Area code 503, do you understand how much easier life would be if fanny packs were normal? From area code 303, if you Google Earth my address, you can see me getting out of my car. Finally, my moment of being famous. And from the 717, every time I hit my ball, my neighbors set off fireworks. I stop, they stop. I start again, they start again. I'm too high for this.
Proof that booze and cell phones don't mix in InTEXTicated on Rock 107.
From the 520, I feel like every car around me knows I'm driving in my Snuggie. From the 816, she asked me why I was wearing a Batman suit. Have I ever needed a reason to wear a Batman suit? And from 774, dude, I just made a burrito by wrapping 2 packs of Scooby snacks with a fruit roll. I'm so high.
Hey, we found them in your telephone in InTEXTicated on Rock 107. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Time for another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
I hear they want to ban TikTok. They say the Chinese government can use it to get personal information about you. Like what? That I'm obsessed with cats? Everyone knows that. Or they might find out I'm doing the latest viral challenge. Oh my God, what would the commies do to us with that information? I don't want to downplay this, but it's not like they're getting my credit card numbers through TikTok. I'll just keep watching videos of high school principals rapping with their students or cute babies. TikTok isn't dangerous. Unless the Chinese government is using it to distract us from what they're really doing. Damn it! I've got to delete TikTok.
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
And now it's time for another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Ugh, the government wants to ban TikTok. Bunch of stupid kids doing dumb challenges. Oh, all those girls jumping around? Yeah, I can go to the booby bar and see that. Don't have to worry about China spying on me there. The only thing I gotta worry about at the booby bar is the wife finding out I'm there.
And that was another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
You go to work serving pizza at a busy place, you expect to make some tips, right? Not like this. Mariana Lambert was working at Alfredo's Pizza in South Scranton last month when a man left her a $3,000 tip. $3,000. She says the money will go to some bills and maybe a vacation.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
For me, it's Looney Tunes. Yeah, I geek out about Bugs, Daffy, and the like. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. I perhaps know too much about Warner Brother cartoons, but I love them. I make no apologies for my geeking out about them. And that's good because today is Embrace Your Geekiness Day. And usually I don't even like to mention this national day or that national day, but Embrace Your Geekiness Day, I feel like that needs mentioning. Look, Stranger Things this season embraced Dungeons and Dragons. Geekdom should be celebrated. So if you're into Star Wars or comic books, maybe math or reading or board games or anything else, Looney Tunes like me, whatever, remember, you're not alone. Geek out.
I have tape on on my glasses, a pocket protector too. I'm going to the comic convention in my Batman costume.
I'm Batman.
Oh, tripping on my cape, spilling Mountain Dew. Geek out tonight, geek out tonight. Checking in with Mom, 'cause I stayed too long. Geeking out tonight, geeking out tonight.
You're going to live alone your entire life because you're a nerdy, dorky geek.
That's the kind of stuff that was in my room as a kid in the 80s. What posters were in your room? That's what I want to know this morning. Nikki on Facebook.com/Angry Prospector says, I was a teen in the mid-70s. I had Alice Cooper, the best in my opinion. Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Aerosmith, Queen, stuff like that. On to the rock lines. What posters did you have in the room?
Back in the 70s, I had Raquel Welch, and she was wearing a Boy Scout uniform on my wall.
Ooh, I know. I never had that poster, but I know the picture, man.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. No bands, just Raquel.
Yeah, you got it. That's Raquel Welch.
Rock 107.
Hey, listen, I had a poster of Steve McQueen on his motorcycle during the scene from The Great Escape.
That's pretty cool, man. Where'd you get that poster?
I forget. It was too long ago. But it was by far my favorite poster. I had music posters, too. But that poster was my favorite. It's right before he decides he's going to jump over the barbed wire fence.
Jim, check it in on Facebook.com/Angry Prospector says, Zeppelin, Kiss, Nazareth, AC/DC, Queen, VH, The Dead. I had them all, even Pink Floyd and Iron Maiden, Triumph, Meatloaf, and I got them all at Nardone's Gallery of Sound, including my Farrah poster there in the Gateway Shopping Center. Rock 107.
Oh, let's see. I had a giant Rush poster. I had a giant Led Zeppelin poster, a Farrah Fawcett poster, and a Dead End sign.
Was this a legit Dead End signs, one you stole?
You got it, my friend.
What posters were on your wall when you were growing up, that teenage bedroom? That's what I want to know. Rock 107.
I have, not had, have. Jimi Hendrix. It's on my office wall.
Nice.
I'm James, and admitted I was a nom when he died, so I spell my name Jimi, and each one of my children's names ends in I.
That's an ongoing tribute. I like that. Denise says, Poison, Bon Jovi, GNR, Nelson's, Motley Crue. I had so many posters, you couldn't see my wall. Clay says, Samantha Fox, topless, of course, which my parents would have never let me hung up. They'd be fine with me looking at it, just not putting it on the wall. And Clay says he also had Judas Priest, Defenders of the Faith, and Screaming for Vengeance. What posters were on your wall as a kid? Rock 107.
Hey, Prospector.
Yeah.
Farrah Fawcett and Cheryl Teagues I used to have on my wall.
Now, Farrah Fawcett, that's the poster we all know with the striped towel and all that behind her. Which was the Cheryl Teagues poster?
She was in a pink bathing suit walking out of the water.
Gerard from Tunkhannock, checking in on the rock lines. What posters did you have on the wall as a kid?
Prospector, good morning. I had Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah.
And I love automobiles, so American Graffiti.
Now, Farrah Fawcett, we're talking about the iconic Farrah Fawcett, right?
That's correct, with the brown swimsuit.
Oh, yeah. We all know that poster, but the American Graffiti one, was it like a movie poster?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it had the yellow hot rod on the front.
There you go. Now, I still have some posters, but now they're framed because I'm an adult and, I've grown up some and all. But there was one poster I wanted as a kid. I never got to get it. It was the Kiss poster where they're like, parodying the whole Revolutionary War 1976 thing. And they they look like they were in.
What's a Yambag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. A dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yambag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
Are kids ever not staring at a screen? Apparently not. A teenager almost died in a crash near Minneapolis over the weekend because she was driving while watching Stranger Things on her phone. She drifted into oncoming traffic while a semi was bearing down on her and she didn't notice. Luckily, the truck driver was paying attention. They had to swerve onto the shoulder because the girl's car was fully in their lane. She ended up hitting the back of the truck and her car flipped, but she walked away with minor injuries and the truck driver wasn't hurt. At first, she claimed she wasn't on her phone, but cops knew she was lying because her car's Bluetooth was still streaming audio from the show. She eventually admitted she'd been watching Netflix and was cited for distracted driving. Police say she's lucky to be alive.
Nominee number 2.
This is why Uber was invented. Police in Sioux Falls, South Dakota arrested 41-year-old Jamie Estison on Friday. Jamie showed up at the police station to bond her boyfriend out of jail in a 2007 Chevy Suburban that had no license plates on it. That raised suspicions, so cops looked into it and found out Jamie's driver's license was revoked. She was also unable to provide registration or insurance information for the Suburban because it had been stolen. She was charged with first-degree theft, operation without a registration card or plate, no valid driver's license, and failure to provide proof of vehicle liability or insurance.
And the winner is
the teen who was watching Stranger Things while driving and hit a semi. You're lucky nobody got hurt, and you're also the Yambag of the day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yambag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yambag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.